What's up, peeps? John Williams here at the distance. Got a prediction video for you guys. It's for the upcoming bout between Carl Froch and Lucian Bute for the IBF Super Middleweight Championship. Bout takes place next week on May the 26th in Nottingham, England. Puts together a challenger and a runner-up to Super 6, Carl Froch against the IBF Super Middleweight Champion Lucian Bute. Overall, this is, probably, to me, I think this fight is a toss-up. And it's a damn shame that Showtime is not airing this fight. I believe Lucian Bute had like a 3-fight deal, and I think only one of those fights, he's only fought one fight on Showtime over the last couple years, and pretty much I think what Showtime wants to do is they want to secure a fight with him and Andre Ward, who's the winner of the Super 6 tournament. But overall, this is the fight that the fans want to see is Andre Ward versus Lucian Bute, but of course the fight's not happening and at the moment. But just overall, Carl Froch, is a good opponent for Lucian Bute because this is another step up for him. His last fight against Glenn Johnson was supposed to be another stepping stone for him, and that fight wasn't all that eventful, and it seemed as if Lucian Bute, pretty much respected Johnson a lot, but also I think Johnson, is a much trickier opponent. He's seen it all. And, I think Lucian Bute didn't want to really take too many risks in that fight. But just overall, to describe Lucian Bute, quick, good body puncher, puts together very decent 3-punch combinations, fights primarily off the front foot, and pretty much knows how to control a fight using his movement on his toes, and his hand speed. He pressures very well using his hand speed, and also I think that the speed could also be deceptive because sometimes if you look on video, he doesn't from time to time look like the fastest fighter, but I think he has very good timing. With timing on his technique, when the way he's always in front of his opponent, the way he sets up his combinations and things of that nature. He just has good timing, with his ability in the ring. And this particular fight against Carl Froch, he's going to have to use all of his attributes to win this one, of course, which is common sense. Of course, Carl Froch, has always had trouble against fighters that moved. So Lucian Bute has to fire off his combinations and just consistently move. Keep it, somewhat at the center of the ring, and just set up little traps in the ring. Look to land a left uppercut. Look to come underneath Froch's jab with the right hook because it's going to be open due to the fact that Froch's jab can be lazy, and also look for a short left hand. Look for a short left hand on the inside. Follow up with a shot to the body, but just always continue to be on the defensive and create your offense using your defense. And his defense pretty much he does evade shots very well. He does, come underneath shots and throw decent shots to the body. And also he needs to look to come underneath Froch's jab and look to land the left hand throughout the fight and look to go to the body. Look to try to slow down Froch early, which could possibly set up the knockout later on. And Froch does have a good chin. Froch has a great chin, and he could take a punch. But the thing is, he's always had trouble with movers. So if Bute can bounce on his toes, use the ring to the advantage, look to land the right hook from time to time, look to come underneath Froch's jab and go into the body, I think he can very well win this fight. On the other hand, you have Carl Froch. Carl Froch, pretty much is like he can be a straightforward pressure fighter, but also he's shown the ability to box. He does cover up quite well in a very odd way. He leaves his left hand low, keeps his right hand right underneath his chin because he doesn't take the full force of a shot. And also he moves his he's always kind of moving. He's always kind of moving around the ring when he's trying to box. When he's pressuring, he's always in front of you. So in this particular fight, he's going to have to go to Bute's body early, and he's going to have to look for the early KO. And if he doesn't look for the early KO, it's just making the shots pay dividends for later in the fight. Continue to go to the body every time Bute gets close to him, and look to try to pressure him later in the fight. look to pressure him, look for the counter left hook. The counter left hook is always open when evading the Lucian Bute jab due to the fact that he doesn't bring his right hand back in time to defend himself a lot of the time. So in this one, he has to look for the counter left hook, look to pressure Bute early, look to go to the body, and also of course, keep his lead foot on the outside of Bute's foot. And Froch does a good job of setting his feet, when he's boxing with an opponent. But also he needs to create, I think that he needs to create, his own offense, just by consistent pressure. Look for the count. Continue to look for the counter, and follow up the counter with the right hand. The left hook is going to be there for Froch. The straight right hand is probably going to be there, but also hooks to the body. Make it an ugly fight. He has to make it an ugly fight with Bute, and make it a dog fight. He needs to make it a dog fight. Make it ugly. Stay close to him. Clinch him. Go to the body. Continue to just continue to come after him, and just roughhouse him. I think that's Froch's way to win this fight. If he roughhouses him, if he can catch him with that one decent counter shot, he has to consistently pressure from bell to bell. Just consistent pressure throughout the entire fight. Who I think is going to win this fight? This one is a toss-up for me. It's going to be in Nottingham, England. So I think that when Carl Froch throws a punch most of the time, I think it's going to be more of a reaction from the crowds than when Bute throws a shot. I think Bute is probably going to need a knockout in Nottingham to win. But I personally think that Carl Froch should come out with a split in this one. I think it's it can be very highly likely that Bute can knock out Froch late. But I think that Froch, who comes in, with decent conditioning, also, he does have trouble with movers. That's another thing to take into consideration. We have a southpaw mover here. But I think that if Bute continues to chase him, then I think he could very well win the fight. A very close fight, on the cards. I think he could very much win if he continues the pressure, if he gets brave against Bute, if he takes the risk. But like I said, I'm gonna go with Froch winning a split in this fight. So anyway, peeps, that was the distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.